Beats by the bird.
Louis, she be jousting off them Skittles. You know me, they call me Dewey, like off Malcolm in the middle. Nigga, don't get brittle when I come through shitting. S550 on them hoes, full kitten. It purrs like a kitten when I smash through the light. White beater, 3 chains, slugged up, all ice. I'ma live like this till the day a nigga murk me. Rules and Glocks will break my bones, but you curse could never hurt me. I'm tough like jerky, yeah, I fight to the death. I'm a death, coming to get it till there ain't nothing left. In the game with no ref, with a hell of a rep. Rap on niggas with text, leaving t-shirts wet. Bet niggas ain't coming back after some shit like that. First 48, crime 360, nigga blap. We in it to win it like Popeye, I need spinach. Hit a nigga with that 40, make him lean with it.
That's why they like me, they like me. They like me cause I'm getting that dough. That's why they hate me, they hate me. They hate me cause I'm getting that dough. That's why they like me, they like me. They like me cause I'm getting that dough. That's why they hate me, they hate me. They hate me cause I'm getting that dough.
Shit ain't been the same since I glued the crew together. Run the town with them packs, it ain't hard to know who was better. Your boy got hoes, I tell you I got hella. Got vision like Peyton, you niggas is Helen Keller. Yeah, I'm right back to the money. Now your girl's on my dick, but really it's kinda funny. I must be the shit, I'm loving it, oh boy. I'm the first round pick, they calling me B-Roy. Rush Camp fella, shit's really out of hand. Nigga had a few daughters, now I got a little man. Got a few chains, a watch and a bracelet. Cause I cook crack in a pot like cake mix. James Flames hate tricks, don't spend enough. About to go to jail, can I win the what? Black ball in the cup, understand what? On that type of shit, you get your man touched.
That's why they like me, they like me. They like me cause I'm getting that dough. That's why they hate me, they hate me. They hate me cause I'm getting that dough. That's why they like me, they like me. They like me cause I'm getting that dough. That's why they hate me, they hate me. They hate me cause I'm getting that dough.
Get in here. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. My waking bakers. My waking bakers. My waking bakers, what up? What we doing today? Salute everybody in the building. Fat Farm Ray, Jesse Adams, Paul Harris, Bloodthirst. Mike Dan, what up, brother? Salute. Salute everybody. NWA, Kane Corsos. Hey, he been over there cooking, man. Go subscribe to my brother. Nation's Best Kennels.
Salute. Salute, brother. Salute everybody. Smash that like button. Look. Oh, Borderland. Borderland, I see you, brother. Lamont Grant, what up? Buck City for the win. You know how we do, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody, man, let's get it in. Let's get it in. Everybody's waking back there today, huh? It's late on the East Coast. It's almost noon. It's almost noon on the East Coast. I'm getting up a little late, you know. Getting up a little late, man. Hey, man, there's been a lot of disgruntled breeders. I don't know if it was just me bringing attention to it or what it was, man. Because ever since I said something about that, like the pandemic breeders and whatnot, and I think they expect to get the same type of treatment like, a guy that's been in the league for fucking 20 years or something. A guy, that's got his feet in the ground 11, 12, 13 years. And, if we talking about dogs, people got they feet in the ground, been established in their bloodline for 20s and 40s of years. I think it's kind of, it's definitely hilarious when you see somebody that's only got like a tenth of your experience, and then they expect to be like at the top of the stack when you got guys that been in the game 20 years breeding dogs, and they're kind of in the same spot where everybody that, the pandemic breeders are complaining and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear it all. I hear it all. What y'all think, man? I think you get blessed. Like when people buy dogs from you, I think that's like a blessing from the game. I could be wrong. It could just be all about business and nothing more. But I think that's like people deal with you because, you've been putting in a body of work, or you've had a hell of a collective of dogs. When you look at your stock and the traits and the pedigrees and different things, the way the dogs line up. Yeah, man. Man, getting it in, man. Yeah, nah, I think it's kind of withering off because they don't really understand, man. Everything looks easy. It looks like you can just put a breed together, and and there are dudes that just look at pedigrees and shit. But some people actually look at the body of work, like when they go shopping. Some people are actually looking at the body of work. You've had these dogs for a while. This blood, can it be traced back? Has it changed hands too many times? I look at that type of shit. Like, damn, I might want to go get it this way because this has changed hands 3 times since the source. This changed hand like 5 times. So that might be 5 times too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Hey, that's a fact, man. Everybody trying to get on, but don't want to take the time to actually learn. Yeah, they want to leave before learn. I get it. I get it. And social media has empowered us all. I think we need to really realize that, like, before this social media shit, I mean, they had Pedigree Online and different forums and stuff you can go to and post up and get your shit off. But a lot of time, oh, that's my guy. That's my guy. That's my guy, man. Damn. It's early too, man. Let me see, man. Fuck. Let me see. Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna be up out here that long anyway. That's my guy. I know if my guy hit me early. It's critical. It's critical. Let me see. Hey, patience is key, man. Patience is key. You know, um, before social media, people got together. And I mean, you could have got on Pedigree Online. I'm not gonna say that you couldn't. I'm not gonna say there wasn't novice dudes on there, but during the pandemic and the pandemic, social media. I mean, I started seeing these dogs on here. I know they were probably on here before that, like Facebook and shit, but it was like 2016 or something like that. My dude just kept adding me to different forums. And I would check them out. And I was liking what I was seeing. You see some dogs and shit, some old shit, but for people to be disgruntled over the way the power structure in the game, like the big dogs, they're gonna sell the most shit, man, because they got the most seeds planted. They got the most seeds planted out there. They got the most customers. Like even motherfucker that come spend with you, they already a customer over there. They're just spending with you at a kindness or just trying to get something new, or maybe it's something that you got from somebody else that they want. They just want to get it. They know that you got it from them, so they can at least know that the shit is what it is. Yeah, this little dude, man, my little guy. Hemi James, Nigel, what's going on, y'all? Dickie Foster, what up? Yeah, we getting it in. He said, we got guys in my breed that you can't find in pedigree database. Never been bred, dog. Seriously. Yeah, hey, for real. I thought that's what it's all about. Like we can go breed a diamond to a diamond, but that don't mean it's gonna come out a diamond. You know what I'm saying? Like at least make sure it comes out a diamond and then try to sell it, or you know what I'm saying? You gotta, it's a little bit more work that people gotta do, man. That's why they'll never understand the traits of the dogs that they actually got, because when you're buying a dog, you're buying into a family of dogs, whether you like it or not. That dog is genetically, put together a certain way, rather if it was an accidental breeding or whatever, it's still the way the dog is put together at the end of the day. Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, man, Yellow. I'm telling you. Straight up, man. You gotta get in here and I'm not telling everybody, don't go, because that's what it's a lot of things going on. I don't want to offend people, man. People do what they do, but it just kills me. People do what they do. They're gonna get in year one, they're gonna try to sell some shit. They're gonna get in year 5, selling shit, you know. But just to help you out, just to know how it goes, like a lot of these dudes that been in here 10, 15 years before you, they've already dealt and got those relationships, man. You're sounding green, bro. I'm gonna be real. Like you could tell a motherfucker that got in these dogs in particular, you just got in them. Like you really don't know these dogs. You could tell just by talking to somebody on the phone, you know. It ain't gotta be nothing illegal, you know. I'm gonna tell you that's where you guys are gonna lose because a real dog man or somebody that just wants one of these dogs for nostalgia, rather if they've been in these dogs or not, and they know a lot of players that been in the dogs, they're gonna know right away that you're not one of them. you know, you know, like back in the day, I was trying to get some dogs and shit, and my guys would give me a couple leads, but they would tell you like, oh, they're gonna beat you, like they'll know if you're green, bro. These dog man, they know if you're green. They know it. Just by the questions you ask, all of this, I mean, we can go through it, man. There's nuances to these APBT, man, that we don't talk about. You know? So if somebody's trying to get something, rather if I was getting back in the game and and I wanted some dogs. I don't want them for illegal. Let's just say, that was my past, hypothetically. That wasn't my past, but I'm just saying. And you want to get back into dogs, you want a couple dogs so you could preserve the line because you know that one day these motherfuckers gonna be extinct. I mean, that's what it breaks down to. That's why we do breedings. That's why we do shit, not for the purpose of fighting dogs, but this particular purpose right here. A lot of us do it. And you want something that's coming down off of something. You want something from somebody that has seen good dogs in the past, rather if it was 20, 30 years ago, they actually still seen the motherfuckers, so they know when they saying it's a good dog, like, I've seen this, I've seen that, there's a plethora of dogs that I've seen in my past, including Macho Buck, including Grand Champion Snaps, including Champion Graveyard, including, a lot of good dogs that, you wake up the next day, like these dogs are famous now. Like, oh shit, that was Snaps, or that was fucking, what I'm saying, Gravy and shit, what I'm saying? So, and that's what it is, man. And you dudes that's just getting in the game, you barely could read a pedigree and shit. Like you gotta look it up and shit. Motherfucker asking you about the bottom. Like, yeah, what's up with this shit on the bottom? You gotta, oh yeah, let me look it up real quick. My computer's slow. Like, what are we talking about? I don't need no computer. I'm going through the pads. They telling me shit. Oh yeah, off of such and such. Oh yeah, with a little bit of this on the bottom. Okay, yeah, that shit. Okay, without even had to look at it. Yeah, it's a litter mate to this, that. Like some dudes been in it. So when you on the phone talking, negotiating deals, they're gonna get the benefit of the doubt, dog. A lot of the times. I'm not saying every time. Some dudes don't give a fuck. They green as fuck. Two green motherfuckers talking to each other. Shit, you motherfuckers, what color? I mean, what that gonna make? They might both think they know something about these motherfuckers. Yeah, everybody ain't got to be a ped head. But when I'm talking to you, if you're trying to get my money and you don't know shit about your pedigrees, goodbye. So nah, Yellow, you right. You right, bro. you know, You absolutely right. But if I get on the phone with you right now, or I get you up on, you call in right now, and without looking the shit up, and you can't tell me who your grandparents and shit of your fucking dog is that you trying to sell me, yeah, I'm gonna reject that deposit real quick. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Now, you don't gotta be no ped head. And people ain't ped heads. People got 30 years in. You feel me? Motherfucker ain't no ped head, man. That's what happens with just a little bit of research over 30 years could do. You know? That's all it is. You know, I've been checking out peds since at least 95, bro. Online peds. You know, Cowboy, all them motherfuckers, Finley Bow, fucking all the wild size shit. That was my shit. Wild size, Jaws, all them motherfuckers. Shit. I used to love them dogs, man. I used to love a Lucifer and shit back in high school and shit. Come on, dog. That's when we first got computers and shit. You know, it was like, oh shit, the world. You know, we could get on this internet. You know, so over time, you just kind of know a little bit of something, man. You know, like I know I ain't no chef. You know, I could cook, but you know, it's just over time. It's just, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You remember them dogs, man? Yeah, if you selling, you should know the ped, bro. Nigel, bro. Come on, man. Yes, sir. Who want to debate some shit, man? Call in. We ain't got to argue. It's just a debate, man. Just a friendly debate early. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Wayne. I'm telling you. You know, history counts. All this shit. A pedigree is history. Pedigree, yeah, it doesn't mean everything. And people fake pads, and you know, it's a lot of shit that you just don't know. That's why you gotta understand and know the dogs and the traits that you're getting, because you can go get a Mayday dog or a Jeep dog or a Frisco dog or whatever, and get that motherfucker home, and it ain't nothing like what it was supposed to be, or you know, like some of the other dogs that you remember, or it just don't have the traits. That could be that somebody selling you a dream, they selling you a dog off of a dog they never fucking had no pups before. You know what's going on with it?
What's up, man?
Oh man, cooling, cooling.
Yeah, boy.
What you got?
Yeah, man. I'm like you, man. If you selling them dogs, you gotta know the pets. But if I'm buying it, I just want to know what my dog gonna do.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Now
boy.
that's facts. That's facts. You know, a lot of dudes can't tell you that. And I'm not saying that they don't got good dogs. I'm just saying it scares me. It's like, damn, this dude don't even know his own dog. Like I know more about, I ain't gonna say that, but if he don't even know who the grandparents are, well, like we ain't gotta go back into the fourth generation, but damn, if you don't
No,
even know
for
the
real,
first
man. Like, I'm from
three
Mississippi, but
generations,
all my all my people I'm connected to with the dogs, they been breeding for so long, man. They done crossed so many bloodlines. Red Boy, Jeep, Rascal, Eli, to where really, I honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't know the pairs because they done crossed. They done basically created their own stuff. But It's hot.
Oh yeah, I
That's
got
all I know. It's hot.
you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, if it's good dogs, it's good dogs. You know,
Yeah.
I ain't debating that. You know, you can have good dogs without papers or nothing like that. But just if you on here, 'cause that most dudes that I'm talking about, they got papers, they got camps, but they doing good, but they just new.
Yo.
And you gotta understand that shit, they might well go to Tom Garner. You know, shit, that motherfucker been breeding for forever. Before a lot of us been born, you know, he been
Yeah.
breeding. So
What I don't like though is, like I said, I'm from the Silk, and I see people from Mississippi driving way to Tom Garner to get dogs, and I know people, like I said, right there down the road for them with dogs better than Garner.
yeah.
But Garner got his name, and it is what it is.
Yeah. That happens, man. That happens. They want that experience. That's like, you know, that's like a good experience. I
But
feel it. I feel it. I won't
hey man,
if I
if I
was
can
down
go
there, I
if
would go to the yard, you know.
I feel it, but if I can get a vet down, if I can get the same vet down the street that I can get 11 miles away, man, I'm going down the road.
But the experience though, you ain't gonna get that experience down the road though.
Oh yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying? Like I ain't saying you gotta spend the money, but just going to the yard alone,
Yeah, that's true.
that'll probably open up your eyes a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't gonna open my eye, cause I know I ain't gonna never. It gonna hurt. Close my eye, cause I'm gonna be jealous, man. I know I never get to go on a level,
Why you think that?
man. That for one, I to me, unless you just got like the right amount of people, the right amount of land. To me, once you get past a certain amount of dogs, man, you can't. I don't know. Like I wanna with my dogs, whatever I'm breeding for with these bullies, I'm breeding for like working bullies. So I gotta keep an amount of dogs that I can keep an eye on and make sure they putting in work. You feel me? If I got
Right.
20 dogs back here, I can't hand walk and flirt pole and you know what I'm saying? I can't do all that with my dogs. So I need to make sure I can only keep them out that I can keep up with.
That's right.
And
Yeah, no,
I don't fool
that's
with
the
enough. I don't fool with enough people to ever have enough help. So I know my yard will never look like Garner.
well, not just look like it, but you know, maybe one of the cages or the little puppy pen or the, you know
Oh
what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying? You
Not
just take
not
a couple pieces out of the puzzle, you
the
know?
setup is nice
Yeah,
for sure.
that's all I'm talking about.
Oh
I
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
talking
Now I can
about
do it.
trying
I can
to
do that. I can do that. 1 or 2 kennels, but that 20, 30, I don't know how many he got, but he on another level.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely would love to have, you know, at least 2 or 3 of the big old pens, you know what I'm saying? With a,
Nah, for sure.
you know, I seen a little puppy, little hatchery. You know, it had about 10 goddamn pups on that motherfucker. I mean, 10
Me,
different
man.
litters,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I know some people that'll leave where they stand, where they lay their head to go stay in one of them kennels.
Yo, Yella, what up, man?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm about to get ready and cut the grass, but I could talk for a little minute.
Oh, yeah, you know, it's
Yeah,
all
but you
good.
know, like cut them a little slack. You know, the little young guys or whatever, or the COVID breeders
I
that you call it.
when I ain't calling them cutting them slack. I'm just letting them know like this
No,
is the way it goes.
but that's what I'm saying. So, like, if they might not. Oh, and what's up to the other guy? What's his name? Buck, a big black Hulk. What's going on? I'm
What's
from
up, man? What's
Mississippi.
up? What's good?
I'm
What's
from
good?
Jackson. I'm from Jackson.
Oh, I'm from
So
Newton, man. Newton.
okay, right up 20. I got you.
Yup,
Okay.
yup.
Okay. So uh but yeah, you know, they might not necessarily know uh you know, the stuff right off hand, you know, but that still don't mean they ain't got no good stuff though. Cause think about it like this. Why did you call them in the first place? You know what I'm saying? You called them because it was something about they dogs that you liked. Now they might not necessarily know the ped off the top of they, you know, they might not know it that well, but I mean, it's all like I said with year one, everybody that got 30 years in, they had to start at year number one. You know, you got to get the one before you can get the 30. So everybody was once in that same position to where they didn't know, they didn't know a lot about the dog. They had to learn, but they
Right.
still came in with good stuff, with
So with
with
that
good
being
dogs.
said, who do you got the better odds of dealing with? Somebody that got year 30 or somebody that got year 1?
It depends on what the person that year one got. Depends on what they
Come
have.
on, Yeller. Come on, man.
Come on, no, I'm
Come
serious.
on.
It depends on what if the person that year
Come
one got some
on.
good shit. What if the person year one got some good, then bought some good dog from you? Then bought some you speak highly of your shit. They year one, they got some good. They breed it though. You see what I'm saying? They breed the dogs. They bought them from you. You speak highly of your stuff, your team Mike shit, right? They bought it. They new to the game. They come in and they breed them, and then somebody else got the same similar stuff. They breed it. Like I'm
All
saying,
right, somebody else got the similar stuff, but they got a few litters on the ground to where they know exactly kind of what these dogs are throwing base versus with the dude that got the dogs and he year 1, he might breed them motherfuckers together and get rickets and skin problems, all kind of shit, right? Yellow,
he
talk to
could
me,
get breed. He could.
talk to me.
And you can get skin problems in 30 years.
But he knows a little bit more about the offspring. Does that make sense? Because he's seen them before. Even one litter is more knowledge than no litters.
I
I'm
agree
not
with that.
saying you got to have 50 litters. I'm saying that if you ain't even had one litter, or you ain't even had 2 plum seasons in this shit, what makes you think that people should not tire kick you and go spam with this guy over here that got fucking 25 years? They got a
Hey,
choice
boy,
now.
I got something for you. So
Go ahead.
I feel what you're saying, but if that new guy do got something hotter than that 30-year-old guy, if you kick him to the curb for the 30-year-old guy, how would you ever know? At some point, somebody got to break the cycle.
And
Well,
also
that's
let me
where the
say this.
work comes in.
Let me say this. The guy year number one, that litter number one, you gotta get past one before you can get to two. He gotta breed the breed and sell something. You can't stop him. You can't just keep him down and tell him he can't sell his dog. He gonna have to breed and sell it. He gonna have to. When you started, you at year buck, if you at year 20, you had your first litter first. You had to get past year number one to get to year number 2, then 5, then 10, then 12. You see what I'm saying? So you can't stop a young person. Everybody got to get their first shot at the dog, and
But
anybody can come in.
but I like the narrative. We could keep it at that. But I wasn't getting on the new guy. I'm just saying, don't.
Well,
They're disgruntled.
hold on now. You said
The new
COVID.
guys are
Hold on,
disgruntled.
okay. COVID is fairly new. That was just 5 years ago, so that
Yeah,
is a new
those
guy.
are the new
That's
guys.
new. That's new. That's
Right.
new, right?
So I'm not
So, but
getting on them.
I thought you just said you're not talking about the new guy.
I'm not saying don't breed. I'm saying don't be disgruntled at the power structure. You gotta listen to the choice of words I used. Right. This is the way it goes. People get in the game, like I said, they want to go to Garner. They want to go to the top guys, bro. That been in this shit, bro. Your little 1 year shit, even though you got all the inspiration, like the little engine that could, or whatever that motherfucker's name is, you know. But you still got to understand that some people want to invest in a body of work more than you just bought a couple dogs, bruh. You know, because honestly, if you just buy a couple dogs, I can't. That speaks nothing on the body of work. Absolutely nothing.
But what if you bought what if that person bought a couple of good dogs? What if that person bought a couple of good dogs from the team Mike's from you? Then what you gonna say?
That don't necessarily. That just what you're trying to get me to say is that all Team Mike shit is good, and
No,
that's
I ain't
false,
trying to get you
brother.
to say shit. I ain't trying to get you to
That's
say
all.
that.
That's
I'm
all
not trying to get you to
false.
say that. I'm asking you a simple question. I'm saying, what would you say if they
No,
said,
just
go
because
ahead?
it's Team Mike shit, that don't mean that it's good shit, man. It don't.
Oh, okay.
No,
But
can't.
whatever they buy, if
I
they
can't
come
say
in
that.
with some good, they come in with some good dogs, and they buy them. I mean, and they breed them. They came in the right way. They came in with good quality stock.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get the nod over 30-year guys, you know, that established a reputation and they got hundreds of clients that can speak for their body of work and other guys that's been successful with their blood. Like, I mean, I hear what you're saying. Ja Morant is a fucking great young guy in the league. You feel me? But we still gotta talk about the greats. We still gotta talk about the guys that had longer careers, man. You know, it's a good combo. Hey, NWA, let him get something.
What up,
Hey,
Joe?
what's up, bro? Hey, I know all so well since I covered dogs so much, bro. So I see a lot. I see a lot of the different angles. I see when the young bulls come in, and my thing is with the young bulls, you can almost tell if they don't have a good back. You know what I mean? You can
Right,
hear it in the conversation, and then dudes who are more experienced will pick up on it, and then the word start to spread. So I am not nobody to tell somebody to stay in their lane, but be careful with online because online is your peers. You know what I mean?
right.
And they can man, I'm telling you,
Oh
bro,
yeah,
they like sharks. They say that young man don't know what he's talking about, man.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you could you
And it
you
gets
you could see
around
it.
fast.
It gets around real
It gets
fast.
around.
Real fast. Like I be telling folks, don't come on my. You just can't come on my show. You better talk what you know and just keep it 100. If you keep it 100 with the people, you know what I'm saying. And I've had young people and stuff on my show, and I'll ask them about they experience level.
Right,
So I don't take them down in the water, deep waters.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
But they,
Exactly.
but they, but they still could be doing something cool. They can have some good dogs and everything.
Yeah,
But you
for
still got to
sure.
take the time to learn. Like I'm like you. I'm not a peer here, but you better believe I got one on my team.
Yeah, yeah, for sure,
You know what
for
I'm
sure.
saying? But even too, some of your
Yep.
10 year and 15-year guys can be just as dangerous because they
Right.
might not have learned the right way. You know what I'm saying? They shit might not be all the way together. One of my worst dogs came from one about them 10-year motherfuckers. Shit,
Mm,
I had to put the dog down at 2 years old. Hips went out. You know,
man.
that's a bad breeder. And then when you read the contract, you better not go to social media and people like you, well, go get your money back. You think I want to go get some more of that? No, sir. I just take the loss. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, so being that I deal with this so much, bro, it's just like man, you got to have a little arsenal behind you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you say because people can read through it. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't sell my first litter. So I mean, I hear what you're saying. You go get 2 dogs, but I didn't sell my first litter. I wasn't that dude, you know. I
See,
Right.
bro,
actually, if you want to
I
Right.
go
was
back,
finna say that. I was finna say that because you
yeah,
started out don't mean you got to make it to the public. You know what I'm saying? You
exactly.
want to do your first couple breeds and
Mhm.
see if you got what you got. You can keep it all to yourself or keep it within your team. You ain't got to make it to the public until you feel comfortable that you got something good enough to go to the public. You know, to
Yeah.
each their own. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, you couldn't have said it better. you couldn't have you couldn't have said it
And
better,
then and
man.
then Buck, them OGs are so important, man. Especially in my breed, you don't want an epileptic dog. You don't if
Right.
you don't know the lines like that. You got to have them. You know what I'm saying? You got to have them. You got to have somebody that
I think
them
the biggest
pair
tool,
heads are important.
let's just say you got a stud. You starting your shit, you got a stud. I think the biggest tool to that stud is to have grown offspring off of him, on your yard. I think that's the biggest tool because people can actually see what he's producing, full size, not just puppies and shit running around. That's cute. That's cute and shit. Some people got the cutest puppies, but you
Right.
got 6 or 7, or or 2 or 3 nice offspring off of that dog that you're trying to say, yeah, I got this dog, and he's supposed to be the best stud ever. And I ask you, well, how many offspring do you got off of him? Oh, we got one son from the last litter, and he done had 7 litters. That right there let me know that you don't even want this garbage.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't keeping it. You
You
know
don't
what I'm
even
saying?
want
You
this
ain't
shit.
keeping it.
Why do I want it? I'm supposed to overpopulate with my yard. I do a breeding outside the yard. I'm gonna automatically keep 2 off the muscle. That's not even debatable. The male and the female, hopefully more, but it's 2 off the muscle. So I'm gonna have more than him.
Yep. Yep. That's a telltale sign when dudes don't keep their own shit. It make
Exactly.
a breeder looking like,
But,
man, you don't even keep your own shit. What am I? That's a
everything for
telltale
sale.
sign.
Everything can't be for sale. If you don't say, oh, I get first pick, or or I get second pick, or I got 2 or 3 already at the litter. So like Buck said, why the hell would I want it? You don't want it.
Exactly.
Right.
You got your own shit for free, and you don't want to keep 2 or 3 puppies, and it's yours for free.
Right.
You know
And
what I'm saying? Yeah.
you can't keep them all. So what you do? You try to place them in the right areas where you can get to them. If you
Right.
sell a dog with a deal, man. Let me get 2 breeds out that dog. I might even reduce the price if it's a dude that's on the same wavelength I'm on. Because you can't keep them all. But if you got some production that's nice, shoot, you better try to keep them close. You better do some on it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
That's
real.
at least that's what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. For real. Yeah, man. Hey, look, I'm just saying, man, because it's a lot. It's filling up my timeline, at least. I don't know about everybody else, but it's a lot of dude. Like it's never
Oh yeah,
been easy.
people want to go. People want to go to what's popular, bro.
Yeah,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? Ain't no doubt about that. But it ain't no doubt about it that the swamp got good dogs too. Like what they say, good dog is where you find them.
That's right.
But you gotta do your due diligence to do the background on the breed that you want, the history of it, and make sure you're doing the right thing when you're looking for your dog, when you're looking for your foundation. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in
Right.
that work. You know,
Yep. Yep. And a
the
lot
other
of these
man,
dudes, got some stuff sitting in yards that might not be online, so you got to be connected. You know what I'm saying? They sitting in yards you don't even know about, some hell of a dogs. You know what I'm saying?
you better believe it. You better believe it. And do not trust the internet. Would not get on the internet if you pay them to.
Hmm.
Boy, I done
But got a
seen more
yard full of good
pandemic
dogs.
breeders just pack it up. They just hanging up their cleats all together,
Hmm.
The pandemic dudes that was just getting in because of pandemic, the bullies and all them dogs. It was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It was crazy, you know.
But they say everybody have something for sale.
Musician, what up? You rock, what up, brother? Yeah, we in here, man. Yeah, the pandemic, man, it brought a lot of eyeballs, man. Dudes are still playing it like it's the pandemic, though. Like it's not the pandemic no more. It ain't no pandemic no more, man. They're not passing out stimulus and shit so motherfuckers could go buy dogs and shit. Come on, man. Man.
Yeah, they were eating it up during the pandemic. Yeah. People
Yeah.
turning the breed. Yeah, they did.
You
They
gotta
turned
love
the
these
breed.
motherfucking animals, dog. This shit ain't no.
Oh yeah, I've been having dog way for the pandemic, way for 20. Oh yeah. You definitely gotta love it. You definitely gotta love it and just have a passion for them. To go out there and pick up
If you don't got
pick
love
up
for the dog, if you don't got love for the dog, you'll never succeed. If it don't start off with
Mm-hmm.
love for the animal for itself, you'll never succeed in this shit. You think you
Mm-hmm.
finna get in it to make some money, or get in to do what you think you finna do, and you don't love the animal to start with, you ain't gonna win. If you don't love cleaning shit, if you don't love every aspect of the game, your ass is
Right.
you ain't gonna win.
Or some people might get in, they might win for a quick second, but they won't have no longevity.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
They might
mean,
win for get in, get some money, and then get out. You know, but like I said, they won't have no longevity. But you got to, I got longevity. I'm in it till I say I'm ready to stop. So yeah, it's like a lot, boy. You got to pick up shit every day, and you feed every day. Things that you got to do daily. So yeah, or if not every day, at least every other day. I get some dudes a pass at least every other day as far as picking up. At least every other. I know some people do it every day, but I won't look frown up on you if you go, every other day and you picking up poop. So I know it dudes on here, they might clean up behind they shit once a week. I see dudes on YouTube, I know they clean up once a week. I know that. I'm like,
yeah.
damn. I mean, I don't comment. I just be watching and noticing and paying attention. But I'm like, yeah, that's a week worth of shit right there.
Yeah, right.
Look, be careful, man. When the motherfuckers putting anything on this bitch, be careful. They watching.
Oh yeah, man. Man,
They
listen,
watching. They
they
they looking
watching
for
everything, bro.
anything. Motherfuckers want to put
They
these
look for
dogs up here with
anything.
them scars and shit. All
Mm-hmm.
they doing is saying that the scars are consistent of what they see in dog fighting, bro. That's how they loop it. All
Right.
they gotta do is say that the dog has scars that was consistent that they would see in dog fighting, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, a motherfucker, you can't go there and say I had a kennel accident. Because goddamn it, it's the same scars as the dog fight.
But they want some vet
Like, you know
records
what I'm
at that
saying?
point. At that point, they want some vet records. They're not. How you gonna explain that? They go. All right. They're gonna say, all right, fine. They're gonna
Can't.
put you on the
You
fucking
can't.
stand, and then you go because you're gonna have to explain this shit a lot of time with these dog shits. So you better be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna ask you, okay, yeah. So the dog gonna fight. What time? He gonna be all on your ass. And then he gonna be like, so you didn't take the dog to the vet at all, And then you're gonna just say, no, like
That's
what
what
do
I'm
we
gonna tell them. No,
Oh, I gave
I
him
got
some
it.
fucking penicillin.
Antibiotic. Yep.
Oh, I
That's what I'm
reached
gonna
in
say.
my fucking
I
in my
got that on deck.
refrigerator.
Yep. I got that on deck. I let you see it if you want. I can show you the bottle. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna
You
tell
in
them.
the country though. You in the country. You see. So the jury gonna be different depending on where you at. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
So you in the country, you might be fine. You might got 4-5 motherfuckers on there that own a farm and shit. You might be solid in that situation. But let you be somewhere else, to where they don't. Man, I'm telling you, bro, they'll fuck you.
But even where you stay, if you
They will
said, hey,
fuck
I order my penicillin and I got antibiotics, they wouldn't accept it where you at in Washington.
fuck no.
Oh,
Fuck no. These tree hugger, you see them tree huggers? Man, them motherfuckers was
yeah, I seen
crazy.
them. I saw them purple shirts. I seen
Them
that shit.
crazy
And then what
motherfuckers,
was so
man. Are you
funny, nigga, you
serious?
had on a purple shirt. I like, damn, boy got a purple shirt on. They got on the purple shirt.
Yeah, they got to do what they. But see, they ain't worried about the guy that and he got. I don't know if he got sentenced, but he sent pictures and shit, to a whole basketball team, violated 18. He got found guilty of 18 out of 19 charges. Went to trial, and they ain't saying nothing about this. But they have my shit all over everything. Like, what the fuck? What are we talking about right now? And then under the table, they offer me 6 months. Like, here, take this. You know, that wasn't my deal. That's not what I wanted. That's just something I had to take into consideration. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to make me look worse than this motherfucker that got 18 count. Like, where is this shit at? They haven't had it on the news or nothing. I haven't seen nothing, bro. I'm telling you. I don't know what happened. You know. Maybe they're trying to prolong it to you know, so they won't I mean, if I was his prosecutor, if I was his lawyer, that's what I would do. I say, man, let's try to stretch this out as long as possible so people could kind of forget about it. Because if everybody shows up at that court date, oh, it's over. It's over. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, we ain't listen. Depend. You gotta know your shit, man. That's all I would say. Because they try to make everything bad to their eyes. To me, it's nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they made puppy shots look bad in my shit. They're like, oh, he, you know, all this shit, fighting shit. That's fighting shit. Man, them is puppy shots. What are we talking about? You know, that's not really normal for a city motherfucker. It's not. That shit's not normal at all. It's legal. A lot of people know about it, but it's not just normal. Like, they could get a jury easily that has never seen nobody do their own fucking shots. Easy. Some vet going motherfuckers on that jury. You know, and they'll be like, oh yeah, he's administering the shots at his home, and you know, those, you know, like got this, and they'll say there's no way for him to tell that this is safe, and you know what I'm saying, and the needles, and you know, they'll just be lying like a motherfucker, and a regular tree hugger ass motherfucker on that jury will be like guilty. You'll be like, man, that's some bullshit. But it is some bullshit. And you're cooked. That's the way that works. They make up the story on your ass. Like, this is what this motherfucker was doing. You know, that it's up to you to get out of it, man. Not the other way around.
Hey man, I'm about to go and get on and cut this grass.
Yep. All right, brother. Appreciate
Hey,
you.
yeah, man, I'm in the grocery store. But yeah, bro, you talking facts. They ain't accept none of that shit you talking about. You going down.
Yeah, nah, we gotta have more rights, bro. That's all. We gotta have more rights. Motherfuckers gotta fight about that, because that's bullshit.
And
You know, somebody could
got to
just
know how to
say
fight, man.
anything,
Exactly.
you know, and get you flipped over. Not it. Social media, motherfuckers getting flipped over social media. Shit they saying on there. Like, if they know who you
Easy.
are, if the tree hugger knows who you are and sees you say some shit and knows where the fuck you're at, they can flip your truck up. Believe that.
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt about it.
Let's say one of your neighbors or some shit just knows that you're on social media talking dumb shit, you know. They could just look at that shit, man, give that shit to the animal control, you're cooked.
Oh yeah, everybody word
It's
is
over
credible.
with. It's over with for you. They're gonna get the whole warrant. They ain't gonna be playing with you, knocking on the door and going. They're not gonna play that. They're gonna take
Everybody,
that shit straight to the
everybody
judge
word
and
is
get
credible on your ass.
a search warrant on your ass. Yep, that part. You know. So you gotta For one, make sure you're not out here fighting fucking dogs, man. I think that's what it breaks down to, especially on this shit. You know, we on YouTube and shit, man. Look, got me fucked up. I'm not promoting nothing. This is the arena that we in. These dogs that we love. And of course, we're able to talk about everything within those parameters. But we're not trying to promote none of that activity at all. No time. I think that should be clear as day. You know, that should be clear as day.
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah, man, but they say it's a dirty world, but it's still spinning right now. The motherfuckers they got us up by 21 when it comes to these laws and our rights. When it comes to our dogs, you saw they trying to pass the law about every dangerous dog must have a chip in them.
Wow.
I don't know if it I don't know if it's passed or
Wow.
not. I believe it's for
Wow.
the state of Florida. I don't know if it's for the state of Florida or the whole country, but I know for a
Wow.
fact I saw that shit on the
Wow.
news. Like we didn't even have a vote to see if the law make it to a vote. They already saying no matter what.
And they're just gonna
Every
say the
dangerous
pit bull is a
dog.
dangerous dog because of the garbage that's been spread about the
Mhm.
American Pit Bull Terrier.
Yep. Yep. Because of the garbage you read. That's exactly why. Dangerous dogs. Every time somebody get bit, it was a pit bull. Half the time, it should be bullies, staff, and all kind of other shit. Everything but a pit bull. So it was a pit bull. It was a pit bull. But yeah, man, I saw that law. Yep, read up on that shit. Every dangerous dog should be in. Every dangerous dog should have a chip in them. Crazy times we live in, man.
Yeah, that's getting real dicey, man.
Like you know what I'm saying?
I
It's
mean, if you
basically
look at that, how that
basically
worked,
basically
man.
invading your privacy, and they want to know exactly where your dog at every time before you do. Motherfucker got more tabs on your dog than you got on your own dog. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like just invading the privacy. Period. They could use a chip in your dog to track where the hell you going at and what you doing. Like this shit is some real dicey shit. But I hope that shit don't pass. Cause because
What? Just a
who
chip,
who
just so
can
they
who
can
can
hit.
tell what's the dangerous dog? Who can tell what's the dangerous dog? Soon as the motherfucker born, he automatic dangerous.
Well, no, if you get certain amount of bites per, yeah, that's how they do that shit, man. You get, like if
The
that motherfucker
bloodline
ain't
makes
biting
it
shit,
dangerous.
then but we got the bad name, man. You know that hawk dog died,
Hog.
the big 200-pound dog.
Oh yeah. I seen him on there crying. He was
Yeah,
unhealthy. How many years he lived?
I don't know.
That shit wasn't no damn pit bull. I don't
That
give a damn what
that
they say.
motherfucker,
Come out the
they
world
got
largest
on.
pit bull.
They
Bitch, you a
got on
fucking
with
lie.
that shit. See, through
You a
genetics,
fucking
I
lie.
mean, you ain't gonna be able to get it that big, but through genetics, you should be able to be a good enough breeder to get a pretty big dog. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you're aiming for.
Yeah, but that motherfucker, that was 200 pounds, man. 300, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, he was huge.
Bitch ain't gonna, bitch ain't gonna tell me that there it is, American Pit Bull Terrier. Why is he carrying the name Pit Bull?
Trail
It's
said,
not a
"Forget
goddamn
that
Pit
dog."
Bull. Damn right, that's how I feel
He
too.
said,
That
"Forget
motherfucker
that.
wasn't no Pit Bull.
Forget that shit eater."
That's exactly what he was, a big ass shit eater. Talking about I waited the babies. He tried to wait for the babies to get home, but he didn't make it. Cause he was a big ass cur. That's why he ain't make it till the kids got home. Damaging I name. Everybody could just call that shit a pit bull, and ain't nobody could say nothing against it. Or everybody wrong when they talk about their dog. I tell the motherfucker shit quick. Hey, that's motherfucker do something stupid. That's why I always come to say shit for a kid. He's gonna tell you what American pit bull tell you, man.
Yeah.
Big dog, bigger than anyway to hear. That motherfucker walk around in my house the size of a damn horse. Made him a house dog and shit. They feel like Hercules on the sand lot.
Yeah, that motherfucker,
Big
boy.
ass shit.
That motherfucker fart and blow like you had to paint the walls again. That funky motherfucker. You got to put primer on the walls and shit. Oh
I wonder
no,
how much it
that
costs
nasty
to feed. I wonder how
motherfucker.
much money he spent on feed in total. Just feeding that big ass motherfucker.
Man. And then he had all the puppies and shit too. That was a
Oh, he had a
good
lot of
jug,
puppies and
bro.
shit.
Yeah, man. They were selling them puppies. Yeah.
Hey, how what he said in his little statement, this dog put me on the map.
Yeah.
Big ass cur.
But the antibiotics not even legal anymore. Hey.
I was in the store, but I was gonna tell bro, the motherfuckers don't give a damn what you say you give your dog. They want to see them records from a vet.
Nah, for real.
Don't give a damn what you see. You know what I'm saying? But the motherfuckers ran up on my people. Shit, my uncle had a whole goddamn wall full of shit. And the motherfuckers couldn't say nothing. And bitches ain't taking out one motherfucking dog off each motherfucking yard.
Slick FC,
That man
what up,
probably had
man?
more shit in there than the vet. That man probably had more shit in there than the vet. You can't tell me I ain't taking care of these motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man. Doing shit, enjoying this Wednesday. Got to hit it tonight, 11-7. I got that dewormer. I started turbo them this morning on that Darnell Dickey unnamed dewormer. All natural. Well, the boy fucked that shit up.
Oh, it's some good shit.
Yeah, man. Supposed to be some top of the line shit, so we gonna see. Gotta give it to him 5 days straight. See how it turn out.
I got a cold whip up. I'll let you know on the back streets.
Damn right. Damn right.
I got a
Damn right.
cold
Please
little
let me
whip
know.
up.
Should have been let me damn knew. I need it all. But they say they come in. I come in as a beginner to every conversation. I don't know shit. I'm here to learn from every dog, man. I can learn something from everybody. I come in as a beginner. You ain't got to worry about it. If I'm a greenhorn, I'm going to tell you, I don't know nothing, man. Tell me what you know. Teach me something. I'm here to listen. Ears open, mouth closed. That's how you become a better dog, man.
Breathe for yourself too. That way
Damn right.
you won't
Damn
be
right.
trying to push shit off and shit. You know, you ain't trying to push it off. You know, motherfucker want to buy
Yeah,
it,
nah, cause you want it.
then
You
shit, he
want
can
it. If you
buy
want
it.
your own shit, you ain't damn right. Damn right. Now if you can afford it, I might have a
Wayne, what
couple
up?
going to the general public, but I'm keeping some of this shit. You can believe that. Keeping most
Hell
of
yeah.
it.
Wayne, what up?
Buck City,
Yeah, where I'm from, one of the
APPT
rules is
Radio. What up? What up? What up?
Oh man,
Go
what's
ahead,
going
Lot.
on?
Go ahead,
Green,
Lot.
what it is, brother. Nah, I'm saying
Yeah,
where I'm
you
from,
always
shit.
get them.
Hey, the way we grew up, we don't sell shit, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It took me a
If it's
very
don't
long
sell
time,
Jackson,
bro. It
you
took me a
know.
very long time before I sold anything, bro. You know, almost 2 decades. So, and I wasn't even thinking about the shit. It's just this shit just kind of fell in my lap. It was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about it. That's what I'm saying. It ain't really something that you should try to force. It should just be you just gonna be that dude because you got integrity, you know, and people know that you done had that stock for a long time. It's real good, and they've been following you for a long time, you know. And
Mhm.
then when the time is right, you probably do the right breeding. Who knows? Your line might be the last of that shit. You might be, it might be different reasons why people will pick up the phone and call you, dog. But it's not like you just damn near trying to call them and trying to fucking,
Yeah,
you know, I don't know.
like you pushing the narrative,
Yeah,
like
if
you
you're gonna
popping
do
up
that,
with, you
then
know
you're
what
gonna
I'm
be left on red, you know, and then they're just gonna tire kick you because they know, and then you can't even talk that shit. You know, the
saying?
motherfucker, you don't know nobody, nobody know you, you know. Nah, that's a
And
bad
that
introduction.
goes to what you were
You
saying
don't want
about
to
the
start
COVID.
off looking like a clown and then try to patch it up. That's kind of like too far gone. Like sometimes, you know.
Oh yeah, once the
Unless,
motherfucker just
but
throwing shit together because they got two dogs, you already lost.
yeah, but it's the
Saying,
history game. Like a lot of people don't want to confess to. You got to put your time in. You can't just go to a job and think you're gonna be on the register. You got to cook some fries. You got to cook some burgers.
damn right,
You know,
damn
you got
right.
to. You might even have to mop the floor. But I get tired of people saying that history don't count. Most of the people that say stuff like that, it's because their history is wrong and they don't know their history. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't really track nothing. You know, a lot of people that got the base information and came from the real cut, they don't have no time to tell somebody about it. And they're gonna send their greenhorns out to go do stuff because the real boss don't never do the work. You know what I'm saying? The real boss said you out there because you a general manager or you're one of the employees. So even in these dogs, and I say this to everybody, you are an employee. You are buying into someone's dogs until you start creating your own. And till you create your own, that gives you the status to have information. So the information you get to use is the data you have fucking established. Now, if you go talking about somebody else's data, you go talking about somebody else's dogs, you know what I'm saying? If you talk about somebody else, if you got to always go to somebody to get shots, like, and that's no strike to my peoples because everybody come to me to get shot, and everybody come because my homegirls is the vet. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Southview. I've been established with this vet for almost 20 some years because I was in the pharmacy industry at one point. So I don't like when people say that the history don't count because even if you get with a girl, you gonna ask her, you know what I'm saying, where you from? You know what I'm saying? Or, who's your family? We have to keep this 100 across the board because during COVID, like Buck was saying, too many people went on the radar with their little check acting like they in the game. And that check ain't gonna last your real intuition. That check ain't gonna last your density of discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll see that the most people that did do stuff during COVID, where they at now? They done disappeared. They're not where they came in. Oh, they showed up at COVID. They wasn't there before COVID. They just showed up. So now we got a whole situation of are we going to keep letting people come in the game talking about I got pit bulls, or I got this and I got that. Well, we somebody gotta put the line on. And I hate when people bring Mr. Garner up because, yep, I got history, Mr. Garner. Some good, some bad. I think he's a good dude. But as far as how we deal business, we have to get the plan. You know what I'm saying? Like I said it long time ago. I said if Bug City get his business right,
That's a dangerous nigga right there. Period, point blank. And I said that. I said they better hope he stays small minded. Because I said if he grow bigger, see, people like to, they like to handpick what they saw, they handpick what they see. But when it comes from the horse's mouth, and I'm telling y'all, if y'all would just figure out how to buy in to this ABPT radio Buck City, you will be a part of a history plan that's already being written. He's doing the work. So that's why I say that the pedigrees count, the please register your dogs with Mr. Garcia. Who else would you want to register your dogs with besides Mr. Garcia? Like it's almost like a no brainer right now because if you
especially
do go somewhere
especially
else, you're
when
gonna deal with the stipulation.
is that right? Especially when we all know that the damn
Yeah, go
police
ahead.
and the feds got a key to ADB8. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the hell would I want to register? Even though I'm not doing nothing wrong, I don't want to deal with no feds and nothing like that who can look up my shit and it could just fuck me over just because of a bloodline. Like, no, Mr. Garcia ain't gonna let nobody
But
go
that's the part of the law that gotta change though, bro. That shouldn't be possible, bro. Like they should not be able to just fuck us
Yeah,
over
you're
behind a
right. You're right,
bloodline,
but
dog.
they
That's
they
bullshit.
got us
but
though.
they do.
But they
But
got
but but
us.
they
It's
do.
their game. You
It
know how
shouldn't
they
be.
do.
It shouldn't be. But they do. Like. You know what I'm saying? We gotta move. Of course, we want to fight it to get it taken away. But as of right now, shit, that's the law. The motherfuckers using that to put people away. They're using that to pay people dogs. They're using that to raise your yard just because you got a bloodline way back in your dog or
Yeah,
some
yeah,
shit.
but a
You know what I'm
lawyer,
saying?
a
Like that's
lawyer should be
bullshit.
able to a lawyer should be able to
Yeah,
dice that
yeah,
up.
but you don't
Yeah,
have to.
but
But
even
if
if you
you if
was the
you sweat to
club
the
owner,
schoolboy,
there was a
you
time
ain't gotta go through that.
Because everybody's
exactly
bloodline
because
got that. Everybody that owns these dogs, that's the thousands of motherfucking dogs that they done registered over the last 100 damn years. Everybody's dog got something in it. Rather if it's
well
two
let's
generations
play
back
let's
or
play
10
defense though.
generations
Hold on
back.
though. Let's play defense though. Did somebody hang some papers that got dogs on it that ain't shit? How about that? They ain't got no champions. They ain't got no no grand champions. They hung papers on a whole bunch of dogs that people don't even know. Let's talk about the COVID corner at the club. There used to be the corner at the club where we knew everybody that was paying for that booth over there, they ain't gonna have no money next week. They gonna be broke. So the laws are set up for people like Buck City, for people like the Mune, for people like Shogun Nim, because see, we've established longevity. See, we've established like Lot Boy said, he's like, I got that new Yammy. Now he done told y'all everybody's supposed to go ahead and start sending their money to him because how long are we gonna get that Yammy? We don't know yet. You see what I'm saying? So these these
Yeah.
these corners that we get to turn, it's the law gonna show up. They're gonna get there. They ain't there right now, but they're gonna get there. And they get there because of people that did their business like did in COVID or got the PPP loans and shit. Them ain't longevity people, We've established rules on how we're gonna take care of these dogs. We've established rules on how we're gonna keep them. We've established rules on how we're gonna medicate them, without the structure. The machine loves to take over everybody's business. But when a certain demographic of person gets a hold of this, we've learned how to structure shit around it. I told you guys, if you guys ain't ready to buy the magazines in bulk, get ready.
Mm.
Because it's about to go down. You're gonna have to buy a 50 pack. It's not gonna be no one magazine. If Buck changed it up right now, some of y'all be you got to come to Wayne now. Now I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? You guys should know which one I am. I'm a real server. So I'm waiting for that pack to get right. And when the pack get right and everybody go dry, I went and got that bundle for everybody. Let's step now. So we got to see how we've established even this Buck City radio station. Everybody should be ready to call in. There shouldn't be no time when he'd be like, he put the link up, I'm at work. And I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I got to say something on Buck City ABPT radio. This is the only thing that's clocking right now. So let's make sure that we see that the COVID people, I would give $100 to anybody who could find somebody who bought a dog in COVID and they still pumping that dog and they done bred it. Now they done, you know what I'm saying? Can anybody find a COVID dog? I know where one is because I sold dogs out of my window during COVID. You know what I'm saying? I got dogs, and that's what happens. It's like, show us. That's what it really comes down to. Show us, because there's a good and a bad way for everything. And hopefully this Bug City APPT radio has been showing people the right way to do stuff, the correct information, just more information, because I'm telling you, Lot Boy told you he got the yammy. I don't know how long he gonna have it, but y'all better get with him. It's
Hey,
nasty out here though.
Yes,
yeah, it
sir.
is.
I'm gonna tap back in, fellas.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. It's crazy out here, man. Yeah, he said there's a lot of
There's
dogs
there's
considered
dog.
dangerous dog breeds. Yeah, that for sure. For sure. For
Yeah, there's
sure.
dogs that didn't even make it through COVID. There's dogs that were born during COVID. They made it for about a year because of the overrun. You know what I'm saying? I call it the overrun. People love to go run over something, but when it's time to step back over it, you won't find them. You know, how many people out here need a good dog? If you do, cracking, cracking is cracking. He done gave, it's almost like you can give people the keys and then you throw them the keys and then they look at that and then they be like, well, I don't know how to drive. Oh my gosh. Been begging for the keys and now you give them the keys and they don't know how to drive. And then you be like, well, get in. I'll show you. Then you get in with them and you show them how to drive. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, they the best breeder, they the best dog trainer. They got this, they got that. Oh, I'm working with this. We got to mount up. We got to make official business. Official business, y'all. When you get
Hey,
an
look.
American Pit Bull Terrier, yeah, go
Nah,
ahead.
Mike Dan, man, this is a hell of a post, man, right here, man. He spent 1,500 between two vets. Still don't know why my dog is gone. Finding one you can trust is golden. Hey, I'm telling you,
Mm.
telling you.
Man, you know what? I just told you, shout out to Southview. My vet won't charge you a dime unless they figure out what's wrong with your dog or they absolutely help you figure out what to do with your animal. You know what I'm saying? These are all the animals too, the chickens and everything. But as far as the dogs, man, I got to give it to them because you got a lot of vets out here. You got to pay just to have a visit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're busting you for the visit, you know? So shout out to you about that 1,500. That's sickening. That's sickening. And they
Yeah,
could, they should automatically have some clause where it's like, you know what? We're not experts. We're not scientists. We don't have biology degrees. There's no way we could really figure out what's wrong with the dog besides just doing a regular synopsis. You know what I'm saying? And that's really not fair in the community at all. But that goes to show you why so many of us learn from the old heads. How do I get past this drug right here? How do I get past this prescription? How do I administer this to my dog? Because they're going to charge me $300 for something I could do by myself. Those are the things that this information society has turned into. The internet has given us this, so we got to be careful that we don't just bypass the information. We got to use it. We got to use it. That's craziness, though. 1,500 and no answers. Mm,
mm, got to
that's
be
Bucks.
more careful. Got to be more careful. Now they do you like that.
Damn.
I got smacked one time, man. The dog, man, they knew, man. They fucked me, man.
many times. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's why when you put the COVID shit up today, it's almost like this is one of the main topics we need to address. Like, just don't go think you're doing something, especially with these dogs, because you hurt the community more than help it. You know, most of these breeders just selling for money. You're hurting by just selling to anybody. You got to vent from people. We got to vent better. You said that before, Buck. We got to vent better.
Yeah.
You know?
But I could tell even when you
Hey, knock
call
it
me,
off.
it's like I could tell if you know about these dogs or what the fuck, you know what's up, man.
Yeah. And then,
I know
there
when
was a
I know
time
when a
when
tree hugger calls me. I know when a tree hugger calls me, man. Like,
or
don't
text you talking
even
about you got any puppies for
don't
sale.
even
They're
go
like, what?
there. All for what? What like you got to tell me something. Don't be sitting there reading from a screen, man. You better get your shit together. You better
Yeah,
get your
yeah.
shit together, brother. You
Because
know?
we got to clean it up.
Yeah.
We got to clean it up. This goes out to all of the platforms. If you're on the internet talking about the American Pit Bull Terrier and you're not trying to clean shit up, I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you. That's the
We're
wrong route.
cleaning up.
That's the wrong.
We're
Yeah,
cleaning shit up, man. No.
yeah. I mean, even
Because
I
we
see.
gotta do our end before we want some type of justice and shit, we gotta clean our end. The
That's
same thing
right.
with the community. It's like before we want motherfuckers to feel sorry for us and shit, or whatever. At least we gotta make an effort to be better dads and better, uncles
Yeah.
and whatever we are in our community.
They want the shots double bagged. I mean, here you go, you guys. I'm gonna show you right off the point because I do a lot of shots. I do a lot of vaccination. I work with my local vet all the time. They
So
want
it
your
needs to be
shots
double
double.
bagged.
They needs to be double bagged, and your needles have to be put back. It's the same way they were administered. So don't take your needle out and then not have the cap or just put the needle in there without the top syringe on. When you have the bottle syringes, make sure that you keep them in the same bag that they all were administered in. Like, this is the stuff that, they don't want to tell you, but this is the stuff you just got to do. You have to do it. And you have to have the bag of the shots of what it's in there. You have to have at least one bag in there. You can't just have a bunch of needles and the uh the solution in the bag. You have to have, as you see, I got the Spectre 5. These are puppy shots. Shout out to Viking and everybody. But yeah, you got to have your shit in a row because what happens is they know you don't know what you're doing if you don't have it right. So then they can attack you more, Then they can say, "Oh, we saw this and you didn't have it like this and you didn't explain this." And even when you're selling pups, make sure that your contracts, and you have to have I don't care what nobody say, if you are selling puppies and you don't have a contract, you're behind the eight ball. You're giving the world a avenue to put you on for fucking death. Okay? And that's with anything. You working on somebody's car, you better have a contract. If you watching somebody's parrot, you better have a contract. If you're doing anything, especially having these kind of dogs, you have to have a contract because they'll pull it back to these dogs. They'll say, "Oh, we found this and that. Oh, but he got dogs back here. Let's go get them too." You see what I'm saying? They'll latch on stuff to you because of these dogs. So that's this is huge. It's huge. Even when I get stuff in the mail, I try to make sure that my packaging is correct. If you guys look, you got to have the right packaging. These are the freezer concealed bags that you're supposed to have when you're distributing shots. If your stuff isn't coming in these bags, you got to do something better. But these are the kind of bags you're supposed to be using. You can't just say, "Oh, I just sent him 2 or 3 shots. I didn't know I was supposed to have all that." You should know. You should know. We want you to know because that's not fair. That's not fair. You can be putting somebody else in jeopardy because you don't have the correct stuff.
Ignorance is
There-
no excuse.
Exactly. COVID let a lot of ignorance squeak through. COVID let a lot of ignorance squeak through. And some of us had to pay for it on some BS, you know.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, look. We had a good cook today,
Chopping game.
man. We had a
Oh
good
yeah.
cook,
Oh
though.
yeah.
We got to
Stokes.
do this more often, man. We got to do this more often, man. The Waking Beckers get up, we debating shit and,
We about
hashing
to
it
have a
out.
town hall meeting with Yella. We about to have a town hall meeting. You know what I'm
Yeah, now
saying?
set
And
it up.
we
All
about
I
to
got to do
start.
is hit the button. Just let me know what time we doing it.
Yeah.
Set it up.
Well, yeah, I gotta talk to Yella because we had talked about it earlier. We got something hot. We got something hot for everybody.
Yeah,
And
let me know. Let's
it's
run.
about cleaning it up. It's about cleaning up your yard, your family, your space.
Yeah.
Okay, I
No,
got
that's
you.
what we need. We need more shit like that.
Yeah, and then Cross Seas
Hell
still
yeah,
want to
man.
get in. When you ready to set that up, they ready to run. They
Hell yeah.
ready to run. But
Hit me off here.
ABPT Radio,
Get off here so I can my little
yeah.
back in there.
Okay, I'm gonna set that right there. Yeah. And everything on here, you guys, is not if any illegal purposes. We don't condone, we don't administer, we don't do anything but try to educate the community into the right future. We're going to the future, baby. All in the right
That's
way.
it.
ABPT Buck Radio Station.
Gone. Hey, look. Buck City, get that magazine. Get that magazine, man. Look, we got more to come. Appreciate everybody that pulled up. Text me for that info on that magazine. We're going to get it in. New one coming soon. We got a lot of work to do, man. See y'all on the next one. Wake and bake. We out of here.
It's a new year, I'm drinking new beer, new whip, so I gotta shift new gears. I gotta change clothes, I probably change hoes. Since I'm the man, fuck my fans, I'ma change flows. We keep the same voice, to keep the dames moist. In the street for some heat, I'm the main choice. I'm the main man, with the game plan. That'll help us power forward like the Rain Man. This year I'm on a plane, this year I'm in the rain. By any means, and that's down for anything. Cause I need a chain, a couple pinky rings. In 06, I ain't wearing rinky dinky things. Everything is huge, ain't nothing mini. Don't be stingy, your piece of shit get the Emmy. I'm no longer friendly, this shit's no longer in me. Cause nice guys die first. Flames, so we gon' pop Chris in 06. Eraser, we gon' cop whips in 06. Hey, yes, June Young Grab in shit. Swear they get money over bitches in 06. Flames, so we gon' pop Chris in 06. Eraser, we gon' cop whips in 06. Hey, yes, June Young Grab in shit. Swear they get money over bitches in 06.
I swear I get dough in 06. Rhyme with the thick white bitch that blow dick. Deep in the game and the nigga still ain't rich. Weak cat step to the plate and can't pitch. Run like rats to the hood like where's home. All my niggas I grew up with, they're gone. Probably locked up in the pen like Tukey. Or them bitch niggas might try to shoot me. Wanna catch me slipping, riding around with a groupie. Bang you in your head, knock off your kufi. When I was 19, I walked around with an afro. Didn't have shit before my age, I had dough. Almost got murked and we started this rush shit. If I don't change soon, then I might get busted. Wow, nigga, very seldom trusted. And I don't got it all stacked, but a mill I touched it.
So we gon' pop Chris in 06. Eraser, we gon' cop whips in 06. Hey, yes, June Young Grab in shit. Swear they get money over bitches in 06. Flames, so we gon' pop Chris in 06. Eraser, we gon' cop whips in 06. Hey,
was short, so I hired me a new cook. You niggas hating cause my forces is new, and my diamonds in my ear and my watch is blue. I carry 40s and 50s on my hip, homie. I give it to you hot and fast, you run up on me. This shit here, man, be bigger than life. Go to Johan's, 10 grand cold cash on all ice. I'm betting big on the 6 and 8. Lamb and straight them straight, 5 racks on the floor. I'm coming out the gate. You niggas want me X'd out and crossed up. My lips matching my paint soon as I whip up. Look at my arms, all my shit inked up. For my fallen soldiers, I keep my heat up. All day we stay glued to the turf and taking money out of bitch and keep her doing her work.
Flames, oh, we gon' pop Chris in 06. Eraser, oh, we gon' cop whips in 06. Hey, yes, June Young Reb in shit. Swear they get money over bitches in 06. Flames, oh, we gon' pop Chris in 06. Eraser, oh, we gon' cop whips in 06. Hey, yes, June Young Reb in shit. Swear they get money over bitches in 06.
Look, I lived to see 2006. Niggas still clowning them whips, rounding up clips, but it's the hood. Everybody ain't your friend, man, I wish they would. I tell you I'm knocking off limbs, man. Get jugged like Young Buck, left in the truck, fuck. For trying to get tough, huff and you puff, you duck. Like razors say, I blaze the K, it's no thing to me. Danger be who hang with me, the realest killers, and only gangsters can feel us. Wanksters, one the pillars, man, I ride with gorillas. In the hood it's like a jungle, gotta watch for them snakes. Only ride with LP, I can't fuck with them fakes. All day, all night, never wasting that time. In the studio dedicated, ain't wasting that rhyme. Prime time like menace to society, nigga. Try me if you really wanna get grimy, nigga. Look, paper chase and rap, cop dope and flip. Why I do what I do, nigga, cause I'm the shit. Get real rich, stack it up real quick. Pack and buck, reload the clip, it's over with that 4/5. Paper chase and rap, cop dope and flip. Why I do what I do, nigga, cause I'm the shit. Get